Is it your advertising? Is it your product? Is it your business model? Why are you not making sales? I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD. Upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Pick up your free copy of the nutrition and workout guide in the description below. I'm currently down 45 pounds. And if you're interested in how I did that, pick up that free copy of the nutrition and workout guide. I'm the owner of Ensorsale. Ensorsale is family. Together we rise up from humble beginnings to inspire others all over the world with the messages on our t-shirts. Wear your inspiration today and be a difference maker today in your community. Use code FitFutureMD for 20% off. So, you got a business. You were super excited about starting it. You love the message that you're going across with, whatever you've chosen as your business model. But you're not making any sales, right? So, at this point, you got to go through and say, you got to figure out what is the problem, right? So, and you got to do it without going broke. Because, for me in the t-shirt business, like, you could buy 10,000 t-shirts and all your money be gone, right? You could buy, when you're first starting out, you could buy 100 t-shirts and all your money be gone, right? And like I say, I started this business because I was looking for a way to make money so I could go to medical school, right? Because I'd basically run out of money. And, that was the reason that I actually started the business in the first place, or even looked into starting a business, trying to find something that I could do while going to med school. And, now that I don't go to med school anymore, I still continue the business because this is actually what I enjoy, right? Because I enjoy helping people, right? And, medical school or the medical industry in general kind of went away from that. It's not about, it's not about the patient anymore. It's about paperwork and red tape and, following rules that you may or may not believe in to keep your license. So it's not what I dreamed of it to be, right? So this is ended up being my path. But so back to the question, so you got to figure out why your stuff's not selling, right? So first of all, you have to look at what's the value of your product, right? So for instance, growing up, I'm a clearance, my whole family is a clearance rack person, right? We've probably never paid full price for any clothing at any time ever, right? And that's just who I am growing up, right? Like, we weren't paying the $30 for the shirt, or even $20 for a shirt. I say, heck, most of my college years, if I paid $5 for a shirt, that was probably too much, right? So you still got cool stuff. It was just off the clearance rack, right? It was last year's stuff or, whatever. Nobody, maybe they knew the difference, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But it was basically just leftover stuff, right? So, my mind is not that of someone that goes and buys a brand new, their newest thing, and I have to have the newest thing. But as a business owner, to get someone to buy the newest thing that you make, you have to get into the mindset of people that are like that, right? What's causing them to buy that item, right? Is it because a certain somebody is wearing it? Is it because it's rare and nobody else has it? Right? Because there's only a certain number of the population that can buy things brand new or at certain prices, right? So, so sometimes it's that. Sometimes people just fall in love with the design, right? And so that is the category that I chose to really go for, is someone that falls in love with what the message is on the shirt, right? So that's what I chose to go with. Obviously, I'm not that great of an artist, right? So, some things had good artwork and some things don't, right? So most of the messages that I have don't really have great artwork yet, right? Obviously, I felt like that is a weakness in my business, right? Like if I'm going to have a saying, I want to have great artwork to go with it, right? So Ensorsale is going to be improving that for 2024. You may get if it gets here on time, you may get one for the Christmas season, but but that's just one thing, that I've noticed for myself is that, I was making things that I would get off the clearance rack and trying to charge, $35 for it, right? But it was, it would be what I bought off the clearance rack, what I thought was cool. But my customer may not be like me, right? Obviously, I want there to be people out there like me, but only a certain number of people would wear what I like, and those people, if they're similar to me, would never buy it at full price, right? Because that's just who I am. So I had to change, the product side, right? Issues with the product. The product doesn't have the value or perceived value to the customer's not going to buy it. So that's number one. You assess that. Does your product have the value or have a perceived value that you're charging for it, right? Because if it doesn't, then there, obviously if you wouldn't buy it, and if you would not expect someone else to buy it, right? So that's number one. All right, so number two is people have to know who you are, right? So, and there's only a few ways to do that, right? You buy a list and cold call them, right? Or, for my personal business model, it's more of advertising on social media, right? So, and that goes back into who is my customer, what are they interested in, all that kind of stuff. So what I determine if I can get a certain number of people to the website and they're not buying, then that's the product, right? It's the sales side. But if I'm not getting anybody to the website, then that's the advertising side, right? So, and honestly, there's a lot of people out there that are like me that'll click on an ad just to see what the other people are doing, right? So you also have to consider that too, right? If on a warm audience, you're expecting to convert 4 to 5% of people on a warm audience. So on a cold audience, you could go all the way down to 1 or 2%. So what we want to do is we want to increase that product, that the value of that product, so that the perceived likelihood goes up, right? Of the 5% that come to the website, you want to be converting almost all of them, right? But, it doesn't always happen that way. But if you're not converting anybody, then obviously it's the product and the perceived value of the product. And if you're not getting anybody to the website, then obviously it's your advertising. Your advertising is not working, right? So there's that, right? Now, businesses, like, you become successful in business by repeat customers, right? So the biggest thing is the customer experience, right? Is it easy to check out, right? So Ensorsale, like, you don't have to have a Shopify login anymore to check out at Ensorsale, right? You just have to have an email address and a phone number and an address, right? So you do not have to log in anymore. That makes it a one-page process and easier to check out, right? Obviously, you want your shipping times to be good, right? Some people may not order from you again because it took 2 weeks for the product to get there, right? If it takes 2 weeks for the product to get there, you're still competing with people on Amazon, right? Because Amazon can, make t-shirts and have people that sell t-shirts and stuff up there just as easy as I do right from home. So, you know, you got to think about stuff like that. What's your shipping times? Are they even, you know, is it free shipping or are they paying for shipping? If you're paying for shipping, you know, the shipping time's got to be fast. If it's free shipping, you know, you may get away with the 4 or 5 days, right? So keep that in mind. Your back end stuff, obviously your customer service, right? So if somebody orders this the wrong size, like, you know, obviously you got to be willing to switch that out, or, you know, take care of your customer, because your customer is going to be the one that refers other people to your brand, wears your brand around, and people say, oh, that's a cool design, where'd you get it? And they say, oh, I got it from Ensorsale.com, right? You also want to do some kind of affiliate program, you know, stuff like that. But basically you're trying to figure out what part of the process is messed up and fix it, right? So this is how I've tried to do it, right? Obviously, advertising is testing, right? So you test to different markets and the same hooks or the same, you know, obviously if you're dropping one design at a time with that one design that you're dropping, right? So that's how we do it. We do it drop based. It's all email and text. So make sure you go to Ensorsale.com and sign up for those email and text when we have new drops. But I'm Nate, I'm the FitFutureMD. Pick up the free copy of the Nutrition Workout Guide, sign up for the text so you get the newest designs every month, and use FitFutureMD for 20% off, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.